A thread by Comrade Fudge. The left right now is a zombie horde. Carlos Osuita is doing a thread which brings up a great point. Shooting them no longer works. Guns just rev them up further. They are beyond the point of rationality and self-preservation. They are the barbarian hordes at the gates. You cannot meet their violence with more violence. It just won't work. Deterrence is hardly a factor anymore. Police officers are no longer able to coerce people into proper behavior or cause submission with the threat of force. These people have gone insane and no longer give a fuck. This is their strength and their weakness. You see, this right now is a game of the small groups. It is only a tiny minority causing the damage right now. It is only a small minority egging them on. They are targeting a smaller minority with threats of violence as blackmail. And the left owns all of it. The vast majority see this as insane. There are people from New York and other rioting cities fleeing to vacation spots and renting long-term homes. People that lived in apartments in Antifistan are trying to flee. Rational people hate this shit. Our culture, as much as we despise cops, still makes it hard as fuck to prosecute officers. Most people don't like seeing the police prosecuted for doing their jobs. Do you know why few cases are brought against cops? Why even fewer of those actually result in guilty verdicts? Think about it. We're waterboarded with anti-cop pop culture, marking them as useless at best and villains at worst. Every cop show, like CSI, had officers who were main characters be the dumb bad guys attacking innocent people on occasion. So why so few cases and prosecutions? Because juries are incredibly reluctant to actually find cops guilty. Juries made of everyday folks tend to acquit cops. DAs generally don't waste their limited resources on uphill battles, and prosecuting officers is a mountain with sheer cliff facings made of juries. We are in a moral panic right now. This is a moral panic, but a moral panic has two aspects. We know of the aspect of the screaming harridans declaring their opponents witches and heretics. But there's another, more dangerous aspect. It is the fear inflicted on the rest of us, the fear of falling victim to the mobs, the fear of being the next target, the fear of being hit by the fallout. It is how the moral panic envelops us in utter fear, despite us knowing that it is utter insanity and imbecility. Fuck your fear. Your rational minds, unclouded by fear, are the only weapons worth a damn right now. Your rational minds, unsullied by panic, are a weapon they cannot take away, cannot prosecute you for using, that they cannot counter. They want to depress you, make you give up, make you give in to the fear. They champion small inconveniences to surround you with reminders that you are supposed to panic, that you are supposed to be afraid. My local Walmart has stickers and signs everywhere dictating which way to walk down an aisle, where to enter or not enter, herding people like scared sheep. Everyone ignores them. A health inspector, as I stood in line for takeout, came into the restaurant to lecture them on health precautions at the register, skipping everyone in the line. Every customer there told the busybody bureaucrat to fuck off. You are, at any given point in public, surrounded by people who also are not afraid. If someone walks up and screeches at you for not wearing a mask, it's not the Karen's side they take, it's yours. People do not like screechers or busybodies or lecturers. In the Georgia presidential primary, GOP turnout for a primary that was a done deal beat the total Democrat turnout. Records were set in other states by primary votes for Trump. 1 million people are trying to get tickets for Trump's June 20th rally. Maybe millions now, while virtually no one is giving a fuck about Biden. Marble races on YouTube are getting more attention than Biden. The moral panic is an illusion, a mirage. The only trick the left has available to use on you is to make you afraid. Why do you think they went after Nick Sandmann, the smirker who faced these idiots down? Because he wasn't afraid. He just stood there and smirked. The screeching idiots came down on a kid for smirking because that's their weakness. You don't have to pull a gun on these people. You don't have to threaten them. They are weak. They are made of paper mache. A smirk destroys them. You just need to fuck your fear.